everyone. My name is Bhanuchandra Reddy and we are presenting a group assessment. Together we are all five and our group assessment is on Leon's restaurant, which is naturally fast food. So coming to the introduction part, the Leon's restaurant operates across fast food chain retail sector around the globe, and it's based on it's a UK based restaurant, so that's where it started. So it's on top of its chain, I can say that. And the next one is external, like micro and macro factors create impact across the restaurant operations. Issues identified to target the restaurants, that's what we're going to do over here. Like we are pointing out 4 issues mainly, and we're going to discuss about that, and we're going to recommend some strategies to upcome with their problems, like whatever the Leon's restaurant is facing now, and the strategic inventions create decision making effectiveness. So that's where the strategies will be useful. So for example, coming to the Brexit point, it is not the decision has not been taken yet, but if in future if the Brexit is going to happen, then there will be a lot of impact, negative impact that's going to fall on Leon's restaurant. Like most of the job seekers are now applying for abroad as UK's economy is going down. So the political constraints through Brexit impact and decreased disposable income on economic stand, legal regulations on the fast food industry, which is like the fast food industry itself is a separate chain of food industry where it need to maintain some healthy and hygienic conditions to get the food done and get it served to the customers. And growing concern about customers' health and sustainable environment. That's where the health and hygienic dietary Leon's is providing to the customers. And prioritization of potential vulnerabilities of like Leon's restaurant, which is impacting on Leon's restaurant trade for addressing emerging megatrends, and high-end vision for Leon restaurants meeting incompatible environments, and stringent regulations imposed upon trading operatives, contrasting value generations between healthy and fast food industries. Obviously this is a fast food industry and they are maintaining their hygienic values. That's where the people are back on Leon's restaurants. That's how it is on top of its chain. And technology adaptability for fast food chain. That's where the technology is also playing a main role in the Leon's restaurant. Like I can say fastest delivery and immediate response for the customers who are ordering it online, and Leon's restaurant should be making their payment in first to avoid such economical drastic changes. And recommendation for future improvement in Leon's restaurant is a elegant decision making skills, whether it is on employer or employee, they should be very aware of what they are doing, so that's how the business runs. And formulating strategic orientation, considering the strategic theories to apply. They need to apply the strategic theories. That's how they know where they are standing in the market. And identification of appropriate operational approaches and making sustainable future-based outcomes. If they are good at what they are doing, they will be obviously having a good outcome. So maintaining hygiene and hygienic food and the hygienic place as well. So that's how the Leon's restaurant is going on. And I can say Leon's restaurant is providing food based on plant-based ingredients. So that's where the Leon's restaurant is standing. Yeah, and coming to the strategic development theories, as I already mentioned, there are like four different types of strategic development theories. One is different theoretical spectrums, positive, effective perspectives to create strategic decision making. That's where the decision making skills of the Leon restaurant will be finding out. We will be knowing about it in future. And the Mintzberg's theory of strategic development, that is very useful for the economical state of the Leon's restaurant. And Porter's strategic theory criteria that mentions where the restaurant is standing in the market as if now in the Brexit time, and contingency theory creates strategic inversion. So these are the strategies we are going to discuss about as a group, and yeah, that's all it about. Thank you very much, and now my friend Arvind is going to continue with the next one. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Arvind. Well, thanks Banu for the brief information about the Reliance restaurant and issues which have been faced since last years. Whereas I am here to explain about the issues which are faced and how to overcome the issues. With issue number one, the strategic proposal of Men's strategic theory and portray strategic theory. And whereas Men's theory has a 5 P's, which is known as P. Plan, play, pattern, position, perspective view. Whereas a plan is a thing. Desperate concerns of the action, how to get by here to there, and desperate activities. Play is a technical response to the external stimulate, getting to the better of a competitor. Competitor and deliberate activity. Whereas pattern is a consequence of the behavior of what the organization has been before emerging, with elevating activities, and position, locating the firm into an environmental deliberate activity. And perspective. Perspective is a firm views the world, organization, culture, environment, activity. Whereas environment is a main key role, because we need to be capable to keep the restaurant in such a place where the customers need to get a good environment and get satisfied with the cool breathing area. And based on strategic designs of the judgmental perception, creating intervention mindset to the determine organization vigilance, taking account emergent learning. It enables organizations to transfer the perceptual firm, and also helps to prevail competitive advantages. And the second one is the strategic portray theory, which is a phenomenon of intense needs of accounted, consumption needed resources for the processing strategy, and also needs the recognizing the organization dynamism. And whereas the portray generic strategies are marketed where business competitors, brand, broad way, and also have a narrow way, where the sources of the competitive advantages are very higher, like cost of leadership and definition of leadership. And whereas in a narrow system, there is the cost of focus and definition of focus. And whereas strategic, and we have also strategic contingency theory, where contingency theory has a Leon's restaurant comes across the future versions and orientation in the sustainable manner. Doran Dodson in 1995 invented the contingency theory, the statistic invention, for regaining fit within the organization structure. The Scrum Fit model is adopted. Technology diversification. Contingency is to suggest and other organization factors enable effectiveness for addressing performance suffering. Whereas the contingency theory consumption, there is also consumption over here, whereas a leader is an ability to read the conjugate upon the various situations, factors including the leader's preferred style, capability, and behavior of followers, and also various other situation factors. Where he is a very important person who leads, who is the most important person to lead the teamwork, and also to elaborate, and also he is the one who need to be most strongest person to carry forward with all the requirement which he need. And also we have a optional proposal for the organization issues one, whereas evolutionary theory. Evolutionary theory is the unifying principles for all the biological sciences and provides an explanation for the differences in structure, function, behavior among the form. Whereas it includes the changes in the characteristics of the population to the generations, thus exciting the forms have evolved from earlier life forms. Whereas in order to address the environmental, legal, political, and legislative issues within Leon restaurant or facts, food industry operational purpose is established, and also evolution theory is necessary to the established ecosystem effectiveness and stopping from any further distractions. Creating advantages through the patterns, positions, and configurations needs optimizing to prevail. Whereas environment deals. Second optional proposal for the organization, whereas the resource-based view, there is need for the Leon restaurant to realize their potential and resource utilization, and also internally resource create capability for the organization to serve customers serverly, and creative competitive advantages through supervised values produced resource shall enable Leon's restaurant, whereas Leon's resource-based view, whereas tangible and relies on the sources of tangible and intangible that must be heterogeneous and immobile and have a attitude. Attributes to become Vero's resources that provides competitive advantage, where these issues are the main faced by. And next, my friend is going to tell you about the operational proposal.
Thank you, Arvind. This is Singaro. I am going to discuss about impacts of proposals on operation of organization and consequence of changes within organization. There are some evaluation proposals, and next thing, Leon restaurant changes in strategic management, analysis of contextual information. Let's see the impacts of proposals, like different strategic intervention from diverse theoretical approaches yielding effectual outcomes. The Leon restaurant facing shortcoming in health and environmental factors to be suggested in adoption of business ecosystem, and act towards sustainable survival of open market system. Let's see that there are some key points like key components of the food system like production, processing, distribution, consumption, and reusing disposal. Production is nothing but growing, harvesting, processing like packaging, distribution like warehousing, consumption like cooking, reusing like food and food packages. Thank you. Consequence of changes within organization, like creating ultimate advantages scenario across Leon restaurant, building up sustainable reforming within internal structure, developing superior value towards business ecosystems, resolving the conflicts through perceptual transformation. There are some operating strategies for fast food restaurants. There are some nowadays we see the McD and Burger King, KFC. They are the fast food restaurants. Let's see the evaluation of proposal. Evaluation of proposal is nothing but strategic framework is created to bring operative changes for improvement in functions. Leon restaurant need to compare exist operations with expected and desired outcomes. Contingency theory lets the situation-based emergency to realized assumption with reasoning will allow Leon to adapt with regulatory, economic, and environmental limitations. Leon restaurant changes in strategic management. It's like threats of new entries are like restricted with unique differentiation and diversification, creating restriction in environmental sustainability within fast food industry is controlled with contingency strategies. Customers centric needs of healthy food are provided through analytical understanding. Analysis of conceptual information, shareholder dependence through active privacy, equity across the restaurant, adoption of traditional fast food model, collaboration of food delivery platforms, and some expansion of business horizons across USA and Norway. Absorption of social responsibility and sustainability. Thank you. Next topic will continue, my friend.
Thank you, Singaro. Hi, this is Hemant. Today I am going to discuss about the Leon restaurant capabilities and potentials. When coming to the Leon restaurants, there are some impressive menus presented to the customers which are attracted to them and have to increase their business. The vegan cookbooks are inspired and motivated. The commitment to innovation is strategized and also increases concentration upon corporate social responsibility. Nowadays, the corporate social responsibilities are placing an important role in any fast food sectors. VARN framework illustrates the need for effective competitive advantages. Nowadays, the competition is very much high in the recent generations. So, when we are keeping any business, we have to look at about the competitive tools. And also, there are some which are influence the Leon restaurant in strategic directions of an organization, like creating future-oriented visions in the decision making and enhancing competitive strategies within the fast food sectors, enabling in creating cost-effective measures through healthy dietary inclusions. Nowadays, in this present generation, all are looking about the health issues and they have to maintain some diet. So the Leon restaurants are mainly focusing on the health dietary illusions and unique value proposition to leverage resource channels. So they are introduced some different factors, like 4 different factors which influence the strategic direction of an organization, like individual factors, environmental settings, sectors, and social and cultural norms and values. And coming to the individual factors, like demographic factors, that means age, gender, disability status, social status, and like psychological factors and some personal individual factors. And coming to the environmental, it's up to schools, homes, and workplaces, and other environmental factors. And coming to the sectors like government sectors, healthcare and health systems, marketing, media, and some industries like food industries, beverage industries, and entertainment industries. And the social and cultural norms are like advertising priorities, status. That depends upon the social politicals. And coming to the Leon operations, change going to strategic development. The strategic development is mainly depends upon the greater focus created towards the health and sustainable nurturing. Local market supplies and producers fostered through business operations. Quality control through customer value propositions and cost affordability with timeline management. Nowadays, the time and cost are more important. So Leon restaurants are mainly focused on the cost and time management and some essential retention role for customers. And coming to that, there are some changes and improvements in Leon restaurant vision after strategic model adoption, like creating unique innovations, propositions within the food industries, establishing financial profit outcomes by looking at financial statements and balance sheets of the business, enhancing the environmental sustainability. Nowadays, the environmental is mainly focused on every business. Trained workforce for better vision development. When compared to the freshers, the trained persons have more effects on the business development. Healthy and sustainable marketing strategies embodied. And next, looking at the evolving functions, the Leon restaurants are having 4 different functions like political factors are changed for successful outcomes through regulation and laws, and economic funds for enhanced through increased interest rates. And growth disparities are met through value currency. And coming to the quality of food is regulated and standardized. The quality is more important nowadays. This depends upon the quality, the people or the customers are attracted to the Leon restaurants or any of the food business. Food home delivery through technology apps are enabled or enhanced feasibility. And coming to the apps and internet, nowadays it plays an important role in any of the sectors. So today this is my topics, and I discussed this about these 5 important effects of the Leon restaurants and some statistics of the functions. The rest of the topic is explained by one of my friend, and thank you very much.
This is Ajay, and thank you, Hemant, for giving a valuable information about your topic. That's like assessing the capability and potential of Leon restaurant. And you have given a good information about this. And now coming to my topic, it's like reviewing the approaches of Leon restaurant in strategic operations for addressing megatrends like this. And now coming to this, now this UK is there is a Brexit event, and due to this, the foreign policy regulations are established in here. Like health conscious and aware steps are adopted. There are so many adoptions like this, like adopted sustainable junk-free food for the customers. Then how they can stimulate their business, and creating highly advanced technological feasibilities, online payment against delivery services. By how they can improve their business, and due to this, these all impacts are these all are because of this Brexit, and some of the identified changes that should be made to the operations of the business, including their partnership. There is about entries to markets are moderately channelized through diversification and differentiated services, and bargaining power of dealers of Leon restaurant in UK shall create strong connection. But between these two, if there is a strong connection, then only how can they can easily improve this process, this business, like somewhat in good conditions, and limited scope for sustainable substitution to address the competitive industry of fast food. By this fast food, and appreciating complexity, diversity, and multiplicity of perspectives accommodated in management decisions. Leons need to realize significance of integrating complexity in organizational structure, creating inclusive structures and functional embraces diversity, and actualizing multiplicity for managing multiplicity disciplinary actions across supply chain and diversity of fast food is necessary. Like the supply chain and delivery. This is a good impact that how the business will run. By this, there will be a supply and chain will be good between these two, consumer and the producer. And next, coming to the complexity enabling management decision, creating technological effectiveness through delivery and supplies, maintaining improved regulations through law. The economic changes, the economic enhancement is possible through increased rates of interest and profit maximization. They have developing environment sustainable through decisions. Developing environment sustainable through conscious choice of food ingredients like this. They have to use these food ingredients should be hygienic because that how it's an important role. The hygienic food plays an important role in every food business like this. And coming to diversity enabling management, creating inclusive cultures, establishing stakeholders inclusion through diverse platforms and collaborative functions across suppliers, technologies, experts, financial excellence are established like this. They should be maintained good. And coming to multiplicity of perspectives, enabling management. Leon Restaurant needs capability enhancement through stakeholders integration, XWORD and Render in 2017, creating health and environmental sustainable function, shall optimize functions. They should be given keep a healthy environment where these hotels are there, because that's how more customers will be, they can have more and more customers like that. Coming to the conclusion part, so far we have analyzed the business outcome of the Leon's restaurant that been based on Brexit, that the decision has not been taken, and also by applying some of the strategies like Mintzberg's strategic theory and Porter's strategic theory and constituency strategic theory. And these are by applying these all theories, we got into this, and now some of the strategic and operational configurations are observed in this, and now improved changes are necessary within Leon's restaurant through technologies, economies, and social fronts. There should be some necessary improvements for this restaurant, in technologies like improving technical robotics and in-time deliveries and everything, by using fast-moving foods with good hygienic and economies, by giving taking online payments rather than delivery payments like that, and this which improves the economy of the country, and social trends like maintaining good ingredients to the food and better hygienic food, which leads to good, better and development for the restaurant, and enhancing profitable financial accounts shall enable sustainable business conduct. And these are the conclusions that we got into, and thanking you.